When the Timberwolves traded with the Chicago Bulls for Jimmy Butler, it was a nice storyline. All-star guard reuniting with his former coach in Minnesota. However, it wasn't always roses and dunks between those two in Chicago, and the bigger issue was what to do with Andrew Wiggins. Due to a major extension, the Wolves basically brought in a better player at the same position. And yet, Wiggins still signed his massive extension, intent on accepting his role as the third wheel behind Karl Anthony Towns and Jimmy Butler. And it went along pretty well. The starting five had a net rating of plus 8.2, and Tom Thibodeau was up to his usual grind by playing this group together 24 minutes per game. To put that in context, the next most played lineup is the Hornets starters at 19.2 minutes a game. That's crazy. And all those minutes seem to take a toll, as Jimmy Butler went down with a freak non-contact knee injury. 7 games into the life without Jimmy, it was reported that Wiggins had been whispering to teammates that he wasn't happy with his role, primarily because suddenly, over the last 7 games, Wiggins has been getting a sense of what his game would be like as the second fiddle. They've held steady at 4-3 without Butler, but more importantly, the new starting lineup with Nemanja Bjelica has been even better than the Butler-led group. Of course, with Butler going down, you're taking away the highest usage rate of anyone on the team, and guess who took his place? That's right, Wiggins. While Towns has also benefited big time, Wiggins has gotten a taste of what it would be like to be the man. He leads the starters in usage rate over the last 7 games and has seen a bump in scoring and field goal percentage. But more importantly, he's gotten way more opportunities in isolation and post-up. Before the Butler injury, Wiggins was averaging 1.6 isolations a game and a paltry 0.65 points per possession. Well, in the last 7 games, Wiggins has been getting 3 isolations a game and raised his efficiency to a respectable 0.857. There is no question he's at his best driving into the paint and turning back over his right shoulder for a spin move into a jumper. He does use the threat of that spin to turn back over the left shoulder for fadeaway jumpers as well. But he's got to be careful about relying on it too much. If he doesn't get close enough, that's a very tough shot to hit consistently. And his reliance on the jumper off the dribble indicates his inability to beat guys off the bounce. And if you want to learn how to train in order to hit shots like you see Andrew Wiggins make out here, then you need to develop an extremely high basketball IQ to transform into the best version of yourself. It's what separates the best players at every level. And the best place to raise your IQ and your skill is called Point Guard College. They have camps all around the country that teach you how to think the game. PGC is the only 4-in-1 camp experience in the basketball world, combining playmaking, thinking the game, leadership, and mindset training into a 5-day transformational experience for players. Point Guard College runs over 100 camps in 30 states, so find one nearest you and separate your game from your competition. Wiggins has also been getting a lot more post-ups. Up until the Butler injury, he was averaging 1.7 post-ups per game, and he was getting buckets down there at 1.02 points per possession. But Jimmy Butler was commanding his share of post-ups as well, limiting the number of touches Wiggins got down low. In the last 7 games, Wiggins has much more freedom to get the ball down low, getting his average up to 3.3 a game, almost doubling his post-ups. Unfortunately, he's struggled as his efficiency has dipped to a chilly 0.78. In the new starting lineup, Wiggins gets to play the 2-guard position, so he's often much bigger than his defender, a natural reason to go down low to him. However, he struggled down there as teams have figured out that he prefers the left block and turning over the left shoulder. Teams can send another defender to get in his way, knowing he most likely won't pass it out, and as a result, he's struggled big time. However, when he does turn over his right shoulder, he's an elite post-up player. He just doesn't do it very often, and I'm sure once he realizes this, things might change. When you do include passing out of the post, his efficiency rises as well. So if he can find a way to kick out more, he'll make the offense overall more dangerous than it already is. But the point remains that Wiggins, for the first time, is now in a position to be more aggressive than he ever has in his career, and he clearly likes it. He also knows half of these opportunities will go away the second Butler comes back. And if the team struggles a bit when that happens, there's a real potential for animosity and chemistry issues. And those whispers we're hearing about from Wiggins, the ones where he's unhappy having to take a back seat, could get louder and force the Wolves into a pretty serious decision. Sports fans, for even more great NBA analysis, make sure to hit the subscribe button and, even more important, adjust your settings so you can get notified every time a new video drops. You in?